Hello, class. My name is Centera Getty, and today I'm going to be talking to you about autocratic leadership. So, when it comes to autocratic leadership, it is a style where the leader makes decisions without much input from other people. They typically have full control over the team or organization, and they have little delegation of authority. So, never going to give out any authority. They'll definitely tell you what to do. And when they tell you what to do, they're going to be specific with what exactly they want. But you're never going to get any authority out of a situation with that kind of leader. It is very there is a hierarchy. So when it comes to the hierarchy, they are aware they are up here and you are down here. And so they're always going to be telling you what to do down here. They will not ask for advice. When it comes for advice, they're going to be asking somebody that's parallel to them or higher up. They are never going to ask somebody that is below their opinion of a subject, their feelings, or advice. It's going to be just straight orders. It's more of a almost like military. Like, you give me 10 push-ups, you drop and give you 10 push-ups without a question, and that's what they deliver on. So some advantages to this kind of style is that it can be efficient. Cutting everything else out of the way and strict, you do as I say, and fulfilling those tasks. There will be a sense of clarity of where whatever that authoritative leader is asking, it will always be delivered, because they're very specific. Usually what they're asking for is very specific and measurable. And I don't want to say attainable, but with them being specific and putting that goal out there, I would hope it would be somewhat attainable for someone to achieve. And then order and control. So autocratic leader is going to have that order because it's that hierarchy and that control. So it's, again, what they do, what they say for you to do, you're going to do it, usually with no questions asked, and you just deliver, because they're more of a strength oriented person. So they're not going to have a relationship with you. It's just strictly business. You do as I say. And then, so I mean that is the advantage, because you're never going to have chaos. You're never going to have anyone trying to step out of line, because it's going to be under strict wraps. And then crisis management. So that leader is also going to be really good with dealing with crisis management. They don't delegate authority, so it's all going to be on them. They're going to be in control of the entire situation, what they need to do. And so usually they understand exactly what to do in this kind of situation, and they let everybody else know around them what exactly they need done. So as you can imagine, with this kind of leadership style, there is going to be quite a bit of disadvantages. You know, because of this kind of strength communication style that I can see the autocratic leadership style having, there's going to be morale issues. A lot of different people are relationship or even entertainment type of communicators. So I can see some very big morale issues happening with this kind of leadership. People don't go to work to be miserable. And honestly, if I was in this position, I would see myself as miserable with that kind of leader. Also, there would be a very big dependency issue. So I wouldn't have any sense of independency on my own, because I would never know what that person wants. They would probably be always giving me just small, meaningless tasks. And I would always be asking them each day what to do. And without me being told what to do, I wouldn't necessarily know what to do because, of course, I wouldn't want to step on the boss's toes. I don't want to get in the boss's way. I don't want to be wasting my boss's time. If my boss needs me to do something, they are going to tell me because they've always told me before. And I'm just kind of thinking in that kind of leadership style, how I would be reacting to some of this information if it was me in these shoes. And now communication issues, I can also see being a big disadvantage because the leader will be okay giving those demands down the funnel, down that chain of command. But I don't think that'll be reciprocated. So if I had an issue, I wouldn't go to my boss about it because most of the time the boss, this autocratic boss, would be like, why are you coming to me with these issues? I have enough issues on my own. And like probably making a huge deal out of something and not providing me much help at all. I could see it going the exact opposite way and actually hindering me in some way, shape, or form if I even try to bring anything up. So, for this communication issue, for this kind of leadership style, I could only see communication going one way. I don't think they'd be very forthcoming with information with that kind of leadership style going up the chain. Which also brings me to my next point of resistance and turnover. So, I wouldn't necessarily say people would probably have resistance up front with being given the orders. I would say it would be behind closed doors to where they're probably disgruntled and unhappy with their current environment. And that's where they're going to be displaying that resistance at. And also, people are going to be trying to get out the door, trying to leave the company. So I would say that turnover is going to be pretty high because of the toxic environment that's been created or how unhappy people are in this current situation. So I can imagine all of that really together. Those are all going to be big disadvantages for this leadership style. Now, with that being said, this kind of leadership style in the IT world, I think absolutely not. I can see how, the efficiency and the clarity and some order and control and crisis management may be great things, to have a handle on, but there's other ways to do it in, the IT department. I definitely believe, like if it was an IT project or something, it would be a big issue with morale. That's already a big, stressful, pace, changing environment already. There shouldn't be any more morale issues or a level of dependency, always being afraid you're going to be scrutinized. There'd be no room for creativity or innovation, which is going to be huge for the IT world. And then also that resistance and turnover. The minute you would probably get somebody in through the door and understand what they're doing would be walking right back out the door with probably a few encounters with this leadership style to where they're just like, I just can't take this toxic environment anymore. So I do not recommend this leadership style at all for IT. I just figured there is a lot better leadership styles to go with it, and it is not this one. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the link below or in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much for listening to the Autocratic Leadership Style. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.